Going to ACTC in Weldon.
Sweet. You do anything in between this and college?
Working in the hayfields.
Hey, what's up, Will?
What's up?
How you liking LCHS? How has your career been?
You know, it was pretty good. I had a lot of good memories, met a lot of friends. I honestly wouldn't pick anywhere else to get my education. I'm sad to leave, but happy to go on to the next chapter of my life.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm William Copley. I'm a senior at Lawrence County High School.
Copley.
This evening, we're graduating, me and all my fellow classmates. I think we've all got bright futures. We're all excited to go to college or the workforce or the armed forces. So it's just been great. 4 years here at Lawrence County High School. I wouldn't change it for anything. I'd like to thank everybody that's got me this far. Starting out with God and then going down to family. It's been a great experience, and it's really prepared me for the next level. I'm excited to move on to the next level. I'll be going to Kentucky Christian University the fall of 2022. I'll be pursuing my dream of collegiate bass fishing there. So always we thank God for that. And but most importantly, we just want to thank God for just giving us another day alive and just letting us have another day. And to all the viewers that's seeing this, just chase your dreams and anything's possible.
What do you plan on doing after high school?
I plan on attending Ashland Community and Technical College for 2 years and then transferring to Marshall to become a high school math teacher.
Sweet. Do you plan on doing anything in between high school and college?
I'm going to work at Yatesville Lake at the marina this summer.
I'm going to be attending the University of Pikeville. And right there, go Bears. I accepted a basketball scholarship up there, and I'll be playing basketball up there. And I plan to major in communications and just better myself as I graduate high school and just overall, you know what I mean? Just take that next step, become successful in life.
Keep furthering.
Oh, I'm going to ACTC, Ashland Community Technical College.
Good.
Yes, sir. You know me. We're going to do our basics there, and then we're going to go from there, baby. Hey, be really well.
Yes, sir.
Marshall University, forward my academic and athletic career, playing baseball. Freshman year, got recruited hard by him, big stud. Then, sooner after later enough, committed and signed just recently to go further. Here I am today, baby.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think it's...
Go.
Hi, Caleb Hall. I'm going to Mount West Community Technical College in the fall to pursue a physical therapy assistant degree.
Awesome. What do y'all plan on doing after high school?
I plan on going to sports medicine.
I'm going into business.
Awesome.
So, Dougie, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate Lawrence County High School?
Feel amazing. Can't wait to join the workforce. It's awesome.
Austin, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate from Lawrence County High School?
Excited.
Nice.
Ready
nice.
for it.
Nice. Hey, Alex. Thanks. That's right. Joey Moore, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate Lawrence County High School?
Feel good about the fact. Just kind of sad, but
I understand.
you really can't stop it. So.
All right.
Betsy Morgan is taking pictures with your class.
So, Whitney and Lindsay, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate from Lawrence County High School?
Sad. Not ready for this.
I understand.
It's honestly crazy. But I'm ready.
Yeah. It's a little,
Everybody.
Yes.
it's a little surreal. Thank you all.
Where did Logan?
I don't know. It's filming this. I don't know. Callie.
Where are we sitting?
Callie Robertson, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate from LCHS?
I'm pretty ecstatic, not gonna lie. I'm ready to leave, but I love school.
Understand.
Yep.
Luke Johnson and William Copley, how do you guys feel about graduating from LCHS?
Bittersweet.
Absolutely.
It's been a long 12 years of Lawrence County schools, but I'm excited to move on to the next chapter in my life.
Nice to
Same
hear.
here. Just thankful for this opportunity. Grateful for everything that the county school system has provided me with. It's been a great experience, and to all the upcoming people, enjoy it. Set your goals, achieve those goals.
baby.
Very heartfelt. Thank you guys. Kylie Ward, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate from Lawrence County High School?
I'm not very excited. Well, I'm excited, but like, I don't want to graduate. I don't ever want to leave this place.
I understand.
A little nervous.
It is a nervous time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chase Markham, how do you feel about the fact that you're about to graduate from Lawrence County High School?
Pretty swag. I like it.
Nice. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you. Will Dillow, how do you feel about the fact you're graduating from Lawrence County High School?
Like Dr. Seuss said, all good things come to an end. It was a great time. Learned a lot, made a lot of friends, had a lot of memories. But you got to move on someday. And I'm just glad I spent my time here at Lawrence County High School.
Well said. We love you, Will.
Love you.
Hunter Rock, how do you feel about the fact that you're graduating from Lawrence County High School?
Well, I'm happy on the fact that I get to leave, but I'm also sad that there's a lot of people I probably won't see afterwards. And it's just kind of a surreal thing as of right now. And it didn't hit until about this morning.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. Thank you, Hunter.
No problem.
seated. Welcome to Lawrence County High School graduation 2020. My name is Christy Moore, principal at Lawrence County High School. I would like to thank everyone for coming this evening to help celebrate our graduates. I know your presence means the world to me. Each year, the faculty, staff, and students of Lawrence County High School work together preparing for graduation. Your hard work and dedication to Lawrence County High School has not gone unnoticed. This GM looks amazing. And now, to get our ceremony started, Ms. Haley Webb will be giving the invocation.
If you would, please bow your heads for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you today so thankful that you are God and that you have allowed us to gather here together as a class of 2022. Thank you for every classmate sitting here in front of me today and the many friendships that have formed throughout high school. We thank you for blessing us with a great administration, wonderful teachers and staff, and for our friends and family that have helped get us to this point. Thank you for letting your light shine through so many of them. We have faced many challenges individually and together as a class, and although we mess up every day, your grace and mercy never fail. I pray as we leave here today and wake up tomorrow as high school graduates that we can place all of our trust and hope in you. I pray that you give those who are lost today true life in you, not letting anxiety and stress of choosing what college to go to or the careers we will one day pursue get in the way of having a relationship with you. At the end of the day, nothing else matters. I pray that we can glorify you in everything we do. Thank you most of all for sending your Son to die for our sins. And it's in his name I pray. Amen.
At this time, Dr. Fletcher will be introducing our workers.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Robbie Fletcher. I am blessed to serve these students, your students, as superintendent of Lawrence County Schools. On behalf of the Lawrence County Board of Education, Chairman Heath Preston, Vice Chair Jim C., Board Member Ms. Garden Skaggs, Board Member Ms. Barbara Robinson, and Board Member Ms. Madeline Roberts, we welcome all friends and family of Bulldog Nation here for this graduation ceremony to celebrate our class of 2022. Congratulations, and let's enjoy tonight.
It is with my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Jared Parker. Jared is a 2000 graduate of Lawrence County High School. During his football career at Lawrence County High School, he set state and national records for receptions, yards, and touchdowns. He was a Kentucky Mr. Football finalist in 1999 and was a three-time All-State selection. While attending LCHS, Coach Parker carried a 3.9 GPA and was also a member of the basketball team, track team, and choir. In 2000, he was chosen as Mr. Scarlet. Coach Parker earned a full athletic scholarship to attend the University of Kentucky as a member of its football program. As a college athlete, he was a 4-year letter winner for the Wildcats. Despite battling numerous injuries, Coach Parker graduated from the University of Kentucky in 2004. After college, Coach Parker began his coaching career at nearby Racewell Independent School System. He accepted his position as a graduate assistant. He accepted a graduate assistant coaching position on Rich Brooks' coaching staff at the University of Kentucky. Over the past 15 years, Coach Parker's coaching career has taken him through numerous positions and places. He has coached at the highest levels of college football with stops at the University of Tennessee at Martin, Marshall University, Purdue University, Duke University, Penn State University, and West Virginia University. This February, he accepted a position as a tight ends coach at the University of Notre Dame. Jared is the son of Rick and Lauren Parker and is married to Candy Brown Parker. And together they have four children, daughters Colby, Gwyneth, and Rosalind, and a son, Oliver. It is Lawrence County High School's distinct pleasure to welcome home one of our own, Coach Jared Parker.
definitely happening. We're old, right? I tell everybody, world of college coaching is 4 kids and a dog that I said I would never have, and here we are, right? You'll have to excuse me, I am extremely nervous. I've talked on a lot of different stages, and I don't know if I've been this nervous before, because when you come home, there's something that makes you feel a certain way. You get emotional. You think about this gym, this school. I've seen classmates I haven't seen in a long time. I've hugged some people tonight that I haven't seen in 22 years. And now I'm in this time warp of trying to deliver a message that somehow going to go out to the class in 2022 when you all don't even know who I am, so I understand. So I'm going to try my best to give it a go here in technology. I put all my notes on this new iPad. We'll see if it works. 1 second. All right, so first I would like to thank Dr. Fletcher, the administration and staff for having me here. I really am honored. I mean, I've never just saw respect of home in this place. I've done a bunch of research. I was talking to Alan Short before, and he said, how do we prepare for this speech? And I'm like, well, I found out 2 weeks ago, and it's been 2 weeks. I'm putting time out of respect for home, for the families in these bleachers that I do not know, for the ones that I do, and the respect for you all wearing the same hat that we all wore 22 years ago. I like Sidney Taylor Swift's graduation speech to New York University. If you all know us, like you know we're wired to compete, so I'm like, are you telling me I need to outdo Taylor Swift's message, which went viral on Instagram and she's reading off 2 teleprompters? Let's be real, right? This is going to come more from the heart. So, and then I called a bunch of buddies and people that I respect, and I hope everybody will appreciate this. Hey, what did you remember about whoever spoke at your graduation? I hope y'all will give me this 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to try to help. What did you remember? And to a man or woman, everybody said, I don't remember who spoke, and I don't remember the message. I'm like, sweet! Like, I can talk. There's no recourse here. Whatever I say, you're not going to remember anyway, and it's not going to be so good. Like, you lose. My oldest daughter Kobe said they're not going to remember that. Why are you nervous? Like, this is great. So I'm delivering a message that nobody will remember. So I'm trying my best here. So congratulations to the class. This has been 13 years of formal education. You all have been through, you've had to have family, your friends, your parents, teachers, administration, get you all here. So congratulations on that. Also thought about this, like when in doubt, if this starts to go bad, all I have to say is, Noah Thompson. So I'm good. So if I have to use that again, just please start recording while I have fun with this. Here's the things I thought about that being away 22 years and going to go make whatever career means to us. So the first one is you're going to get asked where Louisa is, correct? Everybody else, come on, right? Where's Louisa? This is easy. You're coming from Lexington. You go straight down 64 East. You take a right on the last exit before you get West Virginia. You go down 23 South. Go till you get to the birdhouse. Feel me? Go to the birdhouse, right? Go left to the birdhouse and you're all good. If you don't know what the birdhouse is, the Cleveland's building back when you're in elementary school, it looks like a birdhouse, a big gas station, you're all good. If you're coming from West Virginia, first exit in Kentucky, bang left, 23 South, get to the birdhouse. Amen? Right? That's it. That's where Louisa is. That's what I always say. And by the way, Noah Thompson's from there, right? So hey, here's the message, and I'm going to try to be concise because I think that's the world that I've grown up in. So, number one, here's what I firmly believe in whatever my time has been on this planet. I think that we all meet each other, we do 3 things. Like 3 things we do. Number one, we meet and you say, who is this person? What are they about? Number 2, can I trust them? Like, can I trust that person? And then 3 is, will they make me better? I think that's what we really think. And then if you answer those questions, mostly yes, you're put in this position, and now I'm talking to you all at 17, 18 years old. Hey, this is when you say, if that's yes, build a special relationship with that person, whoever it is. No matter where they're from, no matter what they look like, how much money they come from, whatever it is. Like, build relationships with people that possess those three values? All right, if that answer is yes. And then this, of course, then directs the path. Like, that's your compass. Like, you start to provide direction at this point. And then these are the three things I kind of want to hit you with. I'm going to focus on one of them. So how many? Three. How many? Three. All right, number one, start with the truth, always. And the truth is not always bad. It could be that you're in a great place. Start with the truth in whatever your path is and what you want to do. No matter what you're choosing to do, like truth first. Number two, you've got to put in the work. And I know you're saying, oh, here he goes, the guy at our graduation is speaking about hard work. But just give me a second, please. So you've got to put in the work. And then the results of whatever you want will come. I promise. Not maybe when we all want it to be, but they will come. And so the problem is, in our world of social media, in our world of instant likes, notifications, and all that you all have, because in 2000, we did not graduate with a cell phone. We didn't graduate with a cell phone. It was awesome. Thank God. The people who went to classes, you can probably get people playing out of that. But the point is, like, there's more to battle now. And so we put results first. Our whole society puts results first. And if you start there, you're built for short-term success, and it'll end up failing you. If you go in the correct order, I promise you'll be built for long-term success in your relationships, in your careers, and all the things you want. So the thing I want to focus on most is your work. Focus on that, and the truth will be found through your work. And this is the only story I'm going to tell, because I just asked around, like, what should you talk about? And there is great experiences that I had and all of us had here. But the one story I wanted to share with you all would be this. I'm 11 years old, we're at Stellamore Field. Everybody know what Stellamore Field is, correct? I'm at Stellamore Field, and I'm a decent little baseball player, and so is a lot of the other guys we all played with. And then you had 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars. All right, Dad, you hear? So 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars. Butch, I saw you. All right? In 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars, that team was picked together. For whatever reason, which we can talk off record about, I did not get picked. All right? So I cried my eyes out. I went home to my mom and dad. I felt awful. We went for a ride out here to the high school baseball field, and I cried from past midnight. And the next morning, I woke up, and what had happened is one of the kids picked decided not to play, which then made me a reserve, and I got to play on the 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars as an alternate. So you can imagine what that feels like to go practice your first time, knowing that all your buddies know that you are a reserve. So I went to that practice, and after I got back from that practice, the first one, my dad sat down and among many words, we spoke. So our vow was, after 3 weeks, that I would start at third base on the 11 and 12-year-old team and make sure that I knew and everyone else knew that the mistake had been made not to pick me initially. So for 3 straight weeks, my dad pelted me with ground balls on third base with the lights on Stellamore, nobody else there. We put a wheelbarrow on first base because we had nobody to catch for me. And I fielded ground balls, and I pounded that wheelbarrow for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This is the memory that I have that first built me. And when we announced starting lineups, I won the job to be the starting third baseman for our All-Star team. During All-Stars, it was you play till you lose 2 games and you're out. We went 0-2 and we're gone. In the second game of that series, I hit a ground rule double, one that just bounces over the fence. Nothing big. We had 3 hits in the game, I think, and I stood on second base after I hit that ball. I looked at my dad, who was on the first base line on the fence. I stood on second base and I looked at him, and at that moment I locked eyes with him, and I knew right then, at 11 years old, that's what it means to write your own narrative. Like, that's the key. It gives me cold chills now at 41 to let you all know, like, you're responsible for your own narrative. Louise is responsible for its own narrative. Lawrence County is responsible for its own narrative. Dante Wright is responsible for his own narrative. Because society doesn't care.
And what we've got to do is believe in our heart of hearts that we belong where we want to belong, and you don't let anything get in your way. That would be my advice to the class of 2022. Noah Thompson. All right, you have to make a decision for that. So self-motivation is best. Believe me, I'm getting to the finish. Self-motivation is the best, but sometimes we need help. Think about this. Teachers, coaches, friends. What better example have we seen from Noah's Ark? Like sometimes you need a buddy to help you out, or a teacher, or whoever it is to push you along to help you see more of yourself. Right? And then you go. I'm not going to read you a bunch of fancy quotes and things. I really don't believe in them, because I believe the truth is found in the what? Word. Okay, sis, I hear you. All right? So play along with me. Every time I raise my hand, please scream the word work. Fair? This is a poem I'm going to read to you that was given to me 8 years ago that I promise you has stuck with me, and I hope it hits you tonight. Every time I raise my hand, please indulge and scream work. Here it goes. If you are poor, if you are burdened with seemingly unfair responsibilities, if you are happy, idleness gives room for doubts and fears. If disappointments come, keep right on working. If sorrow overwhelms you and loved ones seem not true, if health is threatened, when faith falters and reasons fail, just when dreams are shattered and hope seems dead, work as if your life were in peril. It really is. No matter what ails you, work faithfully, work with faith. Work is the greatest remedy available for both mental and physical afflictions. I love that poem, and it stays on my desk no matter where we end up. Thanks for helping me out. My last piece to you is there is no app, nor will there ever be an app to avoid work. It's not there. It'll make things easier, I promise you, for the short term, but they don't exist, right? Why am I so proud to be from Lawrence County? Small town pride. It's a blue collar, we earned it, we all did it through community. Look what happened on Tuesday night on that football field that made me cry and made me stay all over my Twitter feed, my gram feed, and my group chat on Team Parker, whatever it was, because I was so dang proud. Congrats again on your graduation. No matter what, don't forget how to get back home. Dream big, expect great, and when in doubt, when all else fails, work. That's the last test. So 15 or 20 years from now, when somebody walks up to you and says, "Who spoke at your graduation?" Don't remember me, but if you just for a split second look back, you all, please think about it and say, I remember what they spoke about, and it was that you had to all work. Thank you all so much. It's really been an honor. Congratulations to all. God bless you.
Thank you very much. At this time, the LCHS choir director will be leading the choir in their performance of the alma mater. Those students are Caleb Ball, Casey Cousy, Gilbert Dillow, William Dillow, Luke Johnson, Casey Lester, Cody Maynard, Gabriella Music, Brian Nelson, Ashton Osborne, and Ruby Sanders.
Please stand if you are joining a branch of the military, Army, Marines, Navy, please stand. If you are attending Jefferson Community and Technical College, please stand. If you are attending Ohio University Southern in the fall, please stand. West Community Technical College in the fall. If you are attending Pennsylvania University this fall, please stand. If you are attending Georgetown College this fall, please stand. Eastern Kentucky University with us this fall, please stand.
If you will be attending Thomas More University this fall, please stand. If you will be attending Cedarville University this fall, please stand. If you will be joining me in attending Marshall University this fall, please stand.
If you will be attending Alice Lloyd College, please stand. If you will be attending Bluegrass Community and Technical College, please stand. If you will be joining me at the University of Louisville this fall, please stand. If you are attending the Christian Leaders Institute, please stand. If you are attending Carl D. Perkins Vocational Center, please stand. If you are joining me at the University of Pikeville in the fall, please stand.
If you are attending Big Sandy Community and Technical College, please stand. If you are attending the University of Kentucky this fall, please stand. If you are attending the University of Columbus, please stand. If you are attending the University of Virginia at Wise, please stand. And if you are joining me at Morehead State University in the fall, please stand.
If If you are attending Kentucky Christian University, please stand. If you're joining me at Ashland Community Technical College this fall, please stand.
If you are joining the workforce at graduation, please stand.
Please welcome Senior Class President Ms. Kyla Ward to the podium as she addresses her fellow graduates.
Graduates, please be seated. Good evening. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to welcome all faculty, family, friends, and guests to Lawrence County High School's graduating class of 2022, where we are proud to say we are all in LC. Wow, class of 2022, we did it. Who would have ever believed that we would be sitting in the chairs we are at this very moment? Today is the day to celebrate with your family and friends. A day you have been waiting for since infant kindergarten, all of those 13 long years ago. For some of you, it is waiting to get on with your life. It is a time when the old childhood around, no more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks. Describes just how you may feel. For many others, high school graduation is just the next step in your education. Some of you will go directly into the workforce. Some are headed to a university, a community college, basic training, or apprenticeship, all in pursuit of the daunting task of preparing for your future career. But for all of us, as we return our casket gowns to our hidden closet, hang our diplomas on the wall, and store a tassel on the rearview mirror of our vehicle, please remember this. The diploma you received today represents your hard work over the past 13 years, and is valued by how much effort you put into your education and what you do as you move forward in your pursuit of success. Over the past 13 years, we have learned many things. We have learned so much more than the usual math, science, English, and history lessons. Over the past 13 years, we have built friendships and have watched them fade away. Over the past 13 years, we have joked about wanting to grow up, only to make it to this point and realize growing up is not something we should have rushed. Over the past 13 years, our generation jumped from Nickelodeon to Disney Channel to YouTube to Netflix. Over the past 13 years, we've gone from having sleepovers and staying up so late just for fun to forcing ourselves to stay awake to write a paper, due at 11:59 on a random Wednesday night. Thank you, Mr. Osborne. Over the past 13 years, we have dreamed of the day we would become seniors in high school, right up until the year finally came. All we wanted was to grow up, when we should have just enjoyed being a kid. Over the past 13 years, relationships have been lost and new ones have been made to fill the little gaps the old ones left behind. Over the past 13 years, we have been through things that others may never understand. The past 13 years have been preparing us for what happens once this chapter of our story comes to an end. We will soon be turning new pages in our lives with endless opportunities for us to choose and follow. Not everyone will take the same path. People will fade away and we will lose each other just as fast as we lost our childhood. Once this long-awaited day of our high school graduation comes to an end, we then know the chapter is officially over. The 7-digit student number that we have used the past 13 years will never be used again, but it will continue to dance in our memories. Some of us will soon be packing for college. Summer will be over, and it is then that the memories will come flooding back. We will all think of the teachers who made the lasting impact on our lives, of the friendships that made our days so enjoyable, of the lessons we learned both inside the classroom and out, and of our parents who worked so hard getting us to school each and every day for the past 13 years, so that we are prepared for the future ahead and could be all in LC. We will carry with us everyone who made an impact, who it is they who have made us who we are today. Growing up used to be funny games and something we wish we could do, although now I think I can speak for all of us in saying we wish we could hit the brakes hard and go back and experience every moment all over again. We will cherish every one of these moments, those Polar Express days, field days, class trips, and we cannot forget the extra recess time. We will remember that one teacher who made such an impact on our lives and was the reason we got up in the morning and became motivated to make a difference in the world. We will recall fondly those random walks around our endless circles just to pass time in that same point class we all read. Those treasured moments and more we will cherish forever. We will be thankful for every person who brought us to this moment in time. We will forever be thankful and hold on to the memories we have shared. As we stand together today before we go our separate ways, I challenge each and every one of you to remember all the memories we have made and every accomplishment achieved over the last 13 years. We did it, class of 2022. We grew up. Please join me in greeting our last class OB as the Lawrence County High School students. We will forever be, as Dr. Fletcher famously says, all in LC. Thank you.
Thank you, class of 2022, for allowing me to be part of your journey. This is only the beginning. Each of you are destined for great things. Dr. Fletcher and members of the Board of Education, these students have met graduation requirements set forth by the State of Kentucky and Lawrence County Board of Education. We will now begin awarding diplomas. Front row, please stand. Grayson Cole Adkins. Timothy Brian Adkins. Trent Michael Adkins. Dalton Lee Allen. Caitlin Elizabeth Ball. Mia Caitlin Bartley. Charles Landon Bays. Emily Lauren Beck. Mark Henry Dawson Bellamy. Zachary Tyler Blankenship. Thomas Bryce Blevins. Kenzie Michaela Borders. Shelby Elise Borders. Tyler Marshall Bowens. Bradley Trent Brooks. Waylon Morgan Burgess. Jamie Alexis Castle. Madison Faith Jacob. Tiffany Nicole Cheney. Daniel Howard Chapman. Morrison Michael Chico. Timothy Cameron Christian. Ray Paul Coffey. Alexandra Cole Coleman. Nicholas James Edmund Collinsworth. Kimberly Shane Cook. Casey Sue Cooksey. William Andrew Copley. Skylar James Portal. Jerry Brianna Damon. Lindsay J. Damon. Christopher Blake Dago. Cameron Juliana Thornberry. Diamond. Joshua Brody Diamond. Gilbert Jack Gillow. William David Gillow. Josequa Lachey Fountain. Ashley Lynn Frazier. Montana Lynn Frazier. William Walker Clayton Gamble. Levi Walker Goff. Peyton Levi Kell. Emma Sue Hatfield. Brian Austin Hall. Douglas Wayne Hall. Tyra Aaliyah Faye Heyman. Logan Dakota Hanley. Allison Brianne Hickman. Timothy Paul Hickman. Allison Brooke Hill. Kendrick Logan Hodge. Paige K. Polly. Zachary Scott Holt. Kayleen Elizabeth Horn. Kendra Jane Horn. Michael Anthony Horn. Cameron Ray Hovis. Shelby Lauren Hughes. Odessa May Hunt. Kiana Lachey Hunter. Anastasia Christine Jackson. Melanie Ann Maddox. Chase Allen Marcus. Samantha Page Marcus. Shaylee Nicole Marshall. Aubrey Evelyn Corinne Martin. Hannah Desiree Mason. Mark Anthony Mason. Logan Zachariah May. Olivia Lynn May. Cody Hayden Maynard. Addison Lynn Mayer. Stanley Woodrow McCarty. Tyler Michael McCummins. Blake Alexander McKenzie. James Hunter McKenzie Ross. Dakota Kelly Mullen. Alyssa Anna Marie Moore. Dylan Sean Ward. Homer J. Moore. Joseph Martin Moore. Patrick Dylan Moore. Whitney Denise Moore. William Payne Moorhead. Brittany Dawn Muncie. Gabriella Cherie Music. Cecily Brooke Napier. Branch Pack. Alexis Cheyenne Prater. Abigail Donovan Priest. Benjamin Reed Brady. Riley James Bradley. Owen Randall Ross. Alyssa Brooke Ross. Amber Marie Robertson. Braxton Ray Robertson. Callie Jane Robertson. Destin Lee Robinson. Adam Mason Skaggs. Bill Walker Scott. Emily Grace Silva. Michael Ray Simpkins. Marie Bradley Sipple. Jude Holden Smith. Chelsea Marie Spears. Ricky Deanne Sandberg. Cameron Michael Stapleton. Cody Lynn Edward Starr. Taylor Rashay Stevens. Lloyd Alexander Strickland. Natalie Marie Sturgill. Elsie Bryce Thompson. Mindy Rose Thompson. Jordan Lee West. Kendall Lynn West.
Love you, Mr. Johnson.
Brianna Virginia Locke. Nathaniel Edward Wood. Anthony Shea Gardner. Savannah Lynn Ross. William Conley will now be giving our benediction.
Graduates, please stand. Let us bow our head in a word of prayer. Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, I come to you this evening. I come to you with thank you for everybody that's gathered. Once again, we thank you for all your blessings that you bestowed on us throughout these 4 years of high school. Lord. We thank you for the people that have been set in our life as an example that would have us to live a life that would be pleasing unto you. Lord, we thank you for the friendships that we have made over the years. We thank you for our parents, our grandparents, and our guardians who have looked over us because they have the best interest in our life. And Lord, I just ask that in our future endeavors, you are with us to comfort and guide and provide that peace, dear Lord. And dear Lord, everyone in this room I've graduated with, I know has full potential to go do your will, and your will be done inside of all of our lives. Lord, we would just like to thank you this evening for just allowing us to gather here one more time, dear Lord. Dear Lord, we carry your coming. Dear Lord, there's one in this room tonight, dear Lord, that's lost. Dear Lord, I pray, it is my prayer that they will come to find you, dear Lord, before it's everlasting too late. Dear Lord, because these cords and this hat on my head, dear Lord, represents the favor of the Lord. But if we die and we don't have you in our life, dear Lord, we will not get the reward which we are looking to receive. So, dear Lord, I ask that you give us a safe trip home, dear Lord. Dismiss everyone in this room with safety and comfort, and knowing that the next level of their life, you are with them. And Lord, I ask this in the precious name. Amen.